Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Claremont Classic Garage with another live stream. After yesterday's live stream following the Xfinity Cutoff race, I told you if anything did happen at the end of the Cup race, I'd be back. Well, I'm back. Today is the day that I saw stuff that I just blew my mind. And today is the day that Ross Chastain became a legend. Everybody knows all about the story of Ricky Bobby from Talladega Nights. And there were times when I can remember Kurt Busch famously that for the whole weekend. Was it at Darlington? They pretended they were Ricky Bobby and they talked like him and they did stuff. But today, Ross Chastain was Ricky Bobby. I've never seen anything like that. Neither has anybody else. There used to be a guy at Flamborough Speedway that drove street stocks called Harvey Wallbanger. Ross Chastain did a Harvey Wallbanger on the last lap and got himself to the Final Four at Phoenix. Unbelievable. So most of the race was pretty good. We didn't have the tires. Well, the tires got blamed for making the race boring back in the spring Martinsville race. Today was good. There was guys, the tires would fall off, the cars would start sliding around, and there was all kinds of battles going on. There was 3 or 4 guys. Well, there's 4 guys going to make it, and 4 guys not going to make it, right? 3 of them had to pretty much win to advance. Bell, Briscoe, Blaney. It would have been pretty difficult for them to get in on points. Logano was guaranteed in because he had a win. The next 3 were going to be points. And it came right down to the end. Strategy, there was a late yellow. Strategy, Briscoe stayed out on old tires. He got the lead, and he almost made it. Bell and a bunch of other guys came in and got 4. Denny Hamlin and Chastain were kind of having a seesaw battle all through the race. They were never too far from each other. Keselowski played into it at the end, trying to get his first win with RFK. It didn't work out. They started beating and banging, and he got shoved up the hill and freight trained. But Chastain, holy Moses, on that very last stop, Hamlin, they had trouble with the left front. They couldn't get the tire off, and he lost a lot of spots on pit road. He actually came out behind Chastain when he had been several spots ahead of him on the racetrack before the yellow. Chastain, they didn't adjust the tires for the properly, or they missed it a little bit for what was left in the race. And he didn't really have the car that he needed. And Hamlin got by him. They beat and banged together for quite a while. And Chastain, I think, finally let him go because he as long as he stayed on Hamlin's bumper and they went through it together, it didn't matter how many cars they passed. So long as Chastain was within a couple of cars of Hamlin, he would beat him on points. So I guess that's why he said it's not worth tearing up my car. There's too much on the line. Let him go, stay behind him. But as it worked out, Hamlin kind of took off from him a little bit and started slicing his way through the pack, and soon enough had reversed that deficit, and he was back in 4th place with Chastain back in the bubble. Meanwhile, at the front, there's another battle going on with those guys. Briscoe, Keselowski caught up to Briscoe and was starting to work him over, but then Bell and Larson caught up to Keselowski from behind, and they all got into a tussle, and Bell came out on top of that and set sail after Briscoe. And at the same time that the Hamlin-Chastain thing was going on, the Bell and Briscoe thing was going on at the front. So anyway, Bell passed him and won the race. He made it in. So that's that sorted out. That was pretty uneventful, aside from a couple of guys. These 2 dogs are going crazy. A couple of door bangs and some tire smoke. It was pretty uneventful at the front. But back in the back, Chastain knew he was done. They took the white flag. Hamlin was in traffic, still kind of deking and dicing through guys. Chastain, he couldn't pass anybody because there was nobody for him to pass. There was a gap in front of him. So he did the greatest thing I have ever seen any stock car driver do. In a Hail Mary last-ditch effort, coming off turn 2 on the final lap, they run in third and fourth gear at Martinsville, third, and then they pull it into fourth and then downshift to third for the turn. Chastain came off the second turn, pulled the thing down into fifth gear, and kept his foot right in it and rode the wall flat out all the way around the third and fourth turn. He passed 5 cars, including Hamlin, and made it in by 1 point, I think, or 2 points or something. I've never seen anything like it. And in a race, you can only kind of do that once because he totally destroyed the car. The car was junk. But he did that. He just let the wall guide the car around, never took his foot off the gas. That last lap of the race, his lap time was 2.5 seconds faster than the race winner, Bell. Will that count as a new lap record at Martinsville? I don't know if they'll count it. Anyway, that was the most bizarre thing I have ever seen in my life. I couldn't believe what I saw. Absolutely unbelievable. Anyway, so your final 4 next week for Phoenix: Logano, Elliott, Chastain, and Christopher Bell. Out after today: Hamlin, Blaney, Byron, and Briscoe. So that's it. The final 4 is set, and we'll see what happens next week at Phoenix. I have no idea what's going on with the trucks. I totally missed the truck race. Pretty sure there was a truck race at Martinsville yesterday before the Xfinity race, but we were having people over. We had a barbecue. It was fun, but I missed the truck race, so I don't know what's going on there. I got to look it up. Anyway, that was fun. Let's look forward to Phoenix, and we're still waiting to find out if anybody's going to pay back Ty Gibbs in the Xfinity race, because he's made a lot of enemies up and down pit road all season, and I'm quite sure none of those guys want to see him win the championship. And maybe one of them will decide it's up to him to make sure he doesn't. Time will tell. Anyway, that's it for now. I got to go run these dogs before they have their dinner. And until we meet again, thanks for tuning in. And this is Kevin checking out from the Claremont Classic Garage. So long for now.